What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Gemini 13 here with an airport update of my San Juan model airport. This has been a long time coming. Obviously, the last time I think I made a San Juan airport was about 5 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, give or take. And making these model airports of San Juan and then doing Fort Lauderdale in the future, currently doing Boston and then T5, it's all fulfilling my master plan in terms of modeling after all the JetBlue focus cities. With the exception of Orlando. I don't have any plans to do Orlando at the moment. But yeah, this is just another airport that will be in the permanent rotation. I feel pretty confident in the San Juan focus city post-pandemic. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys today. It looks so much better than what it did years ago. Just looks more proper and more defined and just, you know, very accurate representation of San Juan's airport. Like I posted on Instagram, I mentioned that the routes and everything are just going to be based off of pre-pandemic. So just so we can enjoy one last time of just normal stuff for an airport. I always do that for my returning ones. I don't want to be so down and dreary on everything. But yeah, so today's update, you'll see a lot of old planes that won't fly again, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm really excited to showcase this, guys. So let's get on into this thing. We'll go ahead and start with the American A330-300. Obviously, this plane is not coming back, unfortunately. But before all this mess started, there was an A330-300 flight from Charlotte to San Juan, Charlotte. So that's where this guy's heading. He's heading to Charlotte. And then we'll go ahead and back up right here to the American A321, which is coming in from Charlotte as well, which will occupy one of the available gates. And then moving towards the American 737-800, this guy's pushing back for a flight to Miami. And over here we have the American Airlines A330-200 NG models version with service to Philadelphia. And then I'll get around to the rest. Let's go ahead and proceed on into things. So nice little view of tails and variety here at San Juan. One thing I was stressing on was I really wanted to do a update like this to kind of showcase the Spirit liveries one more time. It was kind of a staple when I did the video because I used the digital livery, which is the one on the far left on your screen. So yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool to put all the front Spirit liveries together for one last time because we will not see this view again. So I just want to kind of appreciate just the variety of the Spirit liveries. You got your digital right on the far left. You got your crayon colors here, and then you got your banana bus right there. So nice little splash of coloring and variety. So I just wanted to get that in there for one last time. So looks really nice. I'm definitely gonna miss having those libraries in the airport. But anyways, the Spirit A320 is heading to Philadelphia. And then the Spirit 319 is ready for pushback for a flight over to Tampa. I'm sorry, have that guy go to Orlando. Head to MCO. And then the Spirit 319 will be heading to Fort Lauderdale in the digital library. Moving on to the really, really nice Sun Country new library. This is the 737-800. They do operate to San Juan on a seasonal basis from Minneapolis to San Juan and then San Juan to Minneapolis. So that's where we're going to have that guy go to. Definitely appreciate this library, especially for the topographic markings. Really nice addition to the library. I had an opportunity to see this plane a few times in person already, and it's really nice in real life as well. So NG models, once again, exceptional job. Moving over to Southwest, got a couple over here. Trying to keep things, I'll try to keep gate assignments pretty accurate in terms of how I want to do everything. So in the future, Spirit's probably gonna have 3 gates. American will have this little wing right here. Whenever someone makes an Iberia model, we'll put Iberia right up there, A330-200. And then Sun Country, we'll try to keep them there. And then I like Southwest to have 2 gates, Frontier to have 2 gates, WestJet to have 1. They're seasonal as well. So essentially, once I get Avianca and Copa, they'll utilize those 2 gates right there. So I just want to keep that in mind that I am on the look for those. But yeah, so here's the Southwest 737-800. This is heading to Orlando. And then the Southwest 737-700 is going to make a flight to Chicago Midway. All right, and then moving on to the Frontier A321, out of the Owl with service to Orlando. A lot of Orlando flights. not because I'm running out of cities, just a remarkable amount of Orlando flights per day to San Juan on a normal basis. Then we have the WestJet 737-700 getting ready to push back for a flight over to Toronto. And one of my favorite pickups for this airport is the Silver Airways models. So I picked up 3 ATRs, very important to the airport, adds a bit of flavor, and they'll also be pretty useful when we get to the Fort Lauderdale airport. They have their main HQ there, if I'm not mistaken. So the first Silver ATR is going to do a flight over to Antigua, and then the next ATR is heading to St. Kitts, and then this guy's heading to St. Thomas. All right, we're going to scale back over to the runway. We got the SkyTeam Delta 757-200 to New York John F. Kennedy. Then we got the Embraer 190 JetBlue heading to Santo Domingo. And scaling over to the Frontier A320, having him go to Philadelphia as well. And we got the JetBlue A320 Barcode Sharklet heading over to Tampa Bay. Nice little cargo lineup here. UPS MD-11 will be the first one we'll get to, which is heading to Louisville, and then scaling over to the next MD-11 for FedEx with service to Memphis. And then MD-10, I'm gonna have him go to Memphis as well. And then the FedEx 752 with service to Jacksonville. So it's actually nice to utilize this. If you guys, it's been years since we've actually had the opportunity to use this whole cargo designated area. I've been covering it up for a while just for other purposes. So, you know, at some point, just for San Juan, I'll probably get the cargo buildings at some point, but nothing in the foreseeable future. But it's definitely nice to see everything. Looks really nice. So, and then over here, we got the United 737-800. This is the NG Models one as well. This guy is heading to Houston. All right, and here's just a better angle of our United flight to Houston. Just wanted to come around the table just so I didn't have to waste time walking around while I'm recording. So beautiful model. Again, for United, I'm gonna try to keep their gates probably with these two right here. From Newark, they send 764 sometimes. Obviously, there's no, I don't have one. I don't even think there's, I know there hasn't been one made for 1-400. So, but the Starline's 737-800 by NG Miles was a great pickup. Looking forward to that coming here, and I will park him at that gate as well. So 2 Uniteds should be pretty nice. So moving on down the line, we got a Delta 757-200 about to push back for a flight to Detroit. Now I'm gonna keep my Delta gates over here. Once A321s and 737-9s, just better ones I should say, are released, I will definitely be on the lookout for them. I'm just not wasting money anymore on Gemini jets unless it's a dire need. And this isn't dire, so we'll be fine without them. So anyways, Delta A330-300 with a flight to Atlanta. And then we already had the Philadelphia A330-200, but just a better view on this side. So looks really nice. It's gonna be unfortunate not having these in the videos. Because again, this is just kind of a one-time thing, just kind of throwing back to before everything just imploded. So the American 738 pushing out. All right, and I'm obviously saving the best for last. So let's get to the JetBlue A321, which just arrived from New York John F. Kennedy. And just for knowledge, since it's been a while, San Juan, all the terminals are connected. I like this terminal to basically have everything, Terminal B, C, and D. So anything that goes to those terminals will occupy at this spot. And then we look towards this terminal, which would be Terminal A, which JetBlue has 7 gates. For the last few years, they've only utilized about 4 to 6 of those at most. But yeah, so this is basically representing Terminal A, and then this is representing the rest of the airport. So just wanted to, since it's been a while, just good to note that. So scanning on down here, here's the Balloons JetBlue A321 Neo, which is going to make a flight to New York JFK. Getting loaded up, as you can see. Looks very nice. And then one of my recent pickups as well, this is beautiful plane. Obviously, it was inspired by JetBlue crew members that live in San Juan, I think Antigua, and I think St. Thomas. There was a couple different JetBlue crew members that kind of collaborated on what the Blue Rica JetBlue plane should be designed as. So that's just a little backstory there. This special livery is dedicated to, obviously, San Juan and this region, which is a really nice thing, you know, to do for JetBlue, just because it kind of just shows the commitment that the airline has to the San Juan community and the surrounding areas around it. So love this plane very, very much. This was a beautiful pickup for me to do. Had no issue buying this off of eBay. Love it. So this is, like I said, Livery A320 loading up for a flight out to Boston. And then we got a JetBlue Blueberries A320 on pushback. And this guy's going to make a flight to Orlando. And then scan on down, Blueprint Embraer 190 getting loaded up for a flight to St. Thomas. And then last but not least, I'm going to come around a little bit. Here is the Tartan A320 with a flight to Fort Lauderdale. Looking good, boys. Looking good, everybody. So, yeah, this was the third installment of my San Juan Model Airport series. I look forward to bringing more of these videos to you in the foreseeable future. The next San Juan Airport video you see will be, you know, reflecting of today's world. So hope everybody appreciates kind of going back to the before everything imploded, like I mentioned a couple minutes ago. And thank you again for watching. And if you're enjoying this content, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel and the video. It is much appreciated. Thanks again.